Did you know 80% of internet users check their messages the moment a notification pops up? On average, we touch our phone screens 58 times per day. Each tap may last only a second, but the stress release loop continues quietly all day long. What about you? Do you check your phone because someone important might text back, or because you just can't bear the not knowing? Here's what often slips under the radar. It's not the loud emotions that control your day. It's the subtle, unresolved ones, the ones you didn't even realize were there. Stay with me for 3 minutes. I'll show you the invisible force behind your emotional steering wheel every single day. Have you ever felt this? You send a message, one that matters. The screen lights up, then dims. The only thing steering back is seen. No reply, no explanation. You wait. You hesitate. You guess. Something quietly tightens in your chest. Not quite sadness, not quite anger, just not knowing what to do next. What you just felt, science calls it an unnamed emotion. It happens when your body reacts physiologically, but your mind can't label the feeling, like an itch in your brain with nowhere to scratch. Your brain receives over 11 million sensory inputs per second, but your conscious mind only processes about 40. The rest gets filtered out unconsciously, including emotional signals. That's why emotions without names, unacknowledged, misunderstood, still persist. Like tabs left open in your mental browser, unclosed loops, background processes that drain your energy. Cortisol, the stress hormone, rises. You check your phone, you scroll, you search for something without knowing what. It only takes a word left unsaid, an ending left unclear, a plan canceled at the last minute to trigger it again. We call it emotional residue. Not painful enough to cry over, not light enough to forget. And if you can't name it, you can't tame it. When was the last time you felt that? Right now, let's try to name it with a simple exercise. Grab a sheet of paper and a pen, or use a drawing app on your phone or computer. Now draw a circle, but stop at 80%. Leave it open. Don't finish it. Put your pen down, take a breath. Just stare at that unfinished circle for 30 seconds. Next, close your eyes. Visualize a perfect, complete circle in your mind. Now open your eyes again. Look back at what you just drew. What do you feel right now? Write down one short sentence to name that sensation. Maybe it's uneasy, need to complete it, restless, or simply not enough. If you're not sure yet, here's a story. A young woman in a soaked evening gown runs through the freezing rain. Her heels sink slightly into the wet ground. The rain lashes across her face like silent slaps. She stops in front of an old house, peeling paint, moss-covered wooden door. She hesitates, then knocks. A voice from inside, "It can't be." "Is that really you?" She holds her breath. She doesn't wipe the rain from her face. She doesn't blink. "I need to know why you left." The doorknob turns slowly. A pale cyan light from inside floods her face. The door creaks open. Their eyes almost meet. The wind howls. And cut. That was the end of the short film I once watched. Not sure how you'd feel, but I remember holding my breath only to be dropped right in the middle of it. I searched for the next episode, but there wasn't one. And somehow, though it only lasted a few minutes, that unfinished moment haunted me all night. That tension you just felt, it has a name, the Zeigarnik Effect, a psychological phenomenon. Your brain craves closure. Unfinished tasks stay active in your mind, pulling your attention, demanding resolution. Social media platforms exploit this relentlessly. Unfinished stories, part 2 coming soon. Unanswered DMs, sudden algorithm cuts. It leaves you dangling, searching, scrolling, chasing dopamine. But when you understand this mechanism, you can break the cycle. You reclaim the steering wheel. And this is only the beginning. Right after this, I'll share 3 more unnamed emotions I personally faced while building the emotional matrix and how I learned to deal with them. Maybe, just maybe, they'll help you face your own. The first story, ghosting anxiety, the fear of being seen. I still remember that day vividly. I had just launched my podcast channel and excitedly sent an invitation to a well-known guest. To my surprise, they replied almost immediately with the yes. I was so thrilled, I nearly jumped up in celebration. But the next message, the one that really mattered to confirm the recording, was met with a cold word glowing on my phone screen. Seen. An hour passed, then a day, then 3. I kept telling myself it was no big deal, but every 10 minutes, I found myself checking my inbox again. There was a subtle sting in my chest, not sadness, not anger, just a vague discomfort I didn't know how to deal with. So I created a simple rule for myself, the 2-ping rule. Only one follow-up message, no more. Then I switched my phone to Do Not Disturb for 30 minutes, got up from my desk, took a short walk, drank some water, and breathed deeply. At first, I was restless, but slowly my mind began to settle. And just when I thought I had this emotion under control, my phone started buzzing nonstop, like a mini storm breaking a quiet summer day. The second story, digital loneliness, alone in a storm of notifications. One of my videos had just triggered a fierce debate on social media. Notifications were pouring in, dozens, then hundreds of comments. At first, I thought I'd feel excited. I mean, who doesn't like attention? But the more I read, the more disconnected I felt. Everyone was speaking, but no one was really listening. It was like standing in a crowded room, unable to touch a single soul. That's when I realized more notifications didn't make me feel more connected. They just made me feel more alone. I started digging and found something alarming. According to a Deloitte report, 91% of US adults say they check their phones within 5 minutes of receiving a notification. Not just Gen Z, millennials, Gen X, even boomers. We're all trapped in this loop of digital reflexes. The brain, constantly hit by tiny dopamine spikes, becomes rewired. You feel numb, and then you crave more. More alerts, more interaction, just to feel like you're still part of something. But in reality, you're drifting further from yourself without realizing it. So I adopted a strategy I called the 2-layer noise cut. First, I turned off notifications from every app unrelated to real life, only keeping personal messages from friends and family. Second, I set my phone to Do Not Disturb from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. daily. Every time I reached for my phone out of habit, I'd pause for 30 seconds, close my eyes, take a deep breath and ask, what do I really want to see? What my heart needs, or just what my hands are used to? To my surprise, within just a few days, I felt much calmer. I grew less anxious every time my phone buzzed, and my work performance noticeably improved. But it didn't end there. Just when I thought I had mastered this unnamed emotion, another one arrived. And if you've ever tasted a bit of success, you'll probably recognize it too. The third story, success Comedown, the hollow after the high. After 3 months of continuous loss, the online store I co-founded suddenly took off for the first time. We exceeded our target revenue. I remember feeling overwhelmed with joy watching the profit numbers climb. That night, we even threw a small party to celebrate. But once the party ended and everyone left, I found myself sitting alone in the corner of a room. Not happy, not sad, just hollow. I kept asking myself, why don't I feel the happiness I thought I would? Later, I learned from Psychology Today that what I experienced was known as dopamine deficit, a sudden drop in brain dopamine after reaching a major goal. Once the heat fades, the brain doesn't know what to do next, and that's when the emptiness creeps in. To pull myself out of it, I had to do 2 very specific things. First, within 48 hours of hitting that big milestone, I'd set a new micro goal immediately. It could be as simple as writing the thank you note to a collaborator or running a few kilometers. Second, I started journaling, not just what I achieved, but why it mattered to me. I called it my meaning log. That way, each success wasn't just a number, it became something deeply personal, something meaningful, and it worked. I don't feel as empty anymore. Each win now feels my next step instead of trapping me in that nameless void. 3 unnamed emotions. From anxious waiting to feeling alone in a crowd to the emptiness that follows success. When I couldn't name them, they controlled me. But once I could, I finally took back the wheel. What I've just shared with you are real emotions I've experienced and how I chose to respond to them. But each of us has our own story, and that means each of us needs a different solution, tailored to who we are. There's no universal formula that works for everyone, only the one that fits you best. These questions below are meant to help you check in with yourself, to tune in, and choose how you want to respond when these unnamed emotions show up. 1. When you send an important message and get no reply, what's the very first thing you usually do? Do you keep refreshing the screen, or do you try to distract yourself with something else? 2. After receiving a flood of notifications, what name would you give the feeling that lingers inside you? Is it overwhelm, loneliness, stress, or maybe something else entirely? 3. When was the last time you got exactly what you wanted, but then felt sad or strangely empty? And why do you think that happened? Take a few moments to really reflect on these. And I'd love to hear your personal insights, your strategies, your responses in the comments below this video. Because your answers might be the exact thing someone else out there is looking for. And your story could be the guide they didn't even know they needed. In the next video, we'll dive into the emotions often labeled as negative and why they might actually be here to protect you, maybe even save you. Thank you for staying with me all the way to the end of this video. I know it might have felt a bit long, a bit slow, but that's the way the emotional matrix was designed to be. Slow enough for you to pause and truly listen. And if a single moment of silence or one quiet question in this video made you stop, don't hesitate to come back to it again, because maybe that was the moment your deepest voice was finally being heard. I'll see you in the next video.